Hi. I felt nostalgic. I bought Nerds. I can't get them open. I ruined it. Oh, my childhood. Slide my ass. Let's go, Nerds. Oh, I'm gonna break the whole box. So today in the newsroom, it was one of those days that was just extremely slow. There was no news. Let's be honest here, there's only so much you can report about Libya that they'll release to the media. So it being slow prompted me to be writing about how horribly Charlie Sheen bombed during his live show in Detroit Saturday night. Look at this. You ever save like the biggest nerds for later? Because I do. So we get these live clips from TMZ. Wow. It's one of those nights. So we get these clips from TMZ, and they're just him. Just utterly bombing. It's actually painful to witness. But the more painful thing that I saw was that some people paid $600 for a ticket to see him do whatever it is he was gonna do. I cannot wrap my head around this. This just does not make sense to me. You buy a ticket for crazy, right? Like, for crazy. I mean, it's called the Torpedo of Truth, for Christ's sake. He just rambles on for like 90 minutes and he's playing clips of him playing Call of Duty and all this other crap. Like those goddesses come up on stage and they're like making out with each other. It's just like, oh, okay. Now I have confirmation. Charlie Sheen is nothing but an 18-year-old trapped in a crack addict's body. He probably still thinks saying the F word is hilarious. So everybody's complaining about it, right? Everybody's bitching about how horrible this show is. I'm sorry, folks, but anybody that went, what the hell were you expecting? This seems a little bit better because now it's like, okay, we're gonna leave the crazy alone a little bit. You know, we'll observe the crazy from afar. But you get in that close of a vicinity to it, it's time to just leave it alone. Let it stew in its own crazy juice. So when I'm writing this script about the horribleness, I started off by saying, what's worse than watching Mike, the Situation, Sorrentino, bombing at the Donald Trump roast? Watching Charlie Sheen do his live show. And I hope that a few of the affiliates that I sent that out to were like, aha, nice. So I didn't watch the roast, unfortunately. But obviously, you know, at my local station, we're a Jersey station. Unfortunately, the Situation is a Jersey boy. That's using that term loosely, and Jersey boy is pretty loose to begin with. Who the hell's bright idea was it to say, you know who would be really good for this roast? The Situation. Perfect! He's a comedian, he gets it. They always want to try to get one person in there that's not really a comedian, you know. At Flavor Flav's roast, it was Brigitte Nelson because, you know, her and Flav did it. And then at Bob Saget's roast, you have Cloris Leachman, but she's at least a comedy actress. And then Snoop Dogg, who's not a comedian, but has amazing fucking comedic timing delivery. I was floored. I was shocked. But the Situation, really? When I'm in Seaside next, and I go like minimum 2 times a year, I do. I was going there first, okay? I just feel that like everybody that's gonna see him is gonna be like, dude, what the fuck happened with the roast, man? And I don't know if he wrote his own jokes. I'm sure he did because they weren't jokes. It was just like an admission of how much of a fucking douchebag he is. What's that comedian's name? Wendy Cummings. What, right? I don't know. He was like, yeah, you look like the chicks I used to bang before I got rich. It's like, oh, thank you for reminding us, Mike. Thank you for reminding us that not only are you a fucking tool of the highest caliber, you're also rich because of it. Oh, I feel so much better. Charlie Sheen and the Situation, both. Just really, I mean, I wanted to try stand-up comedy for a long time. I'm always terrified of bombing, but I know in my heart that I cannot do worse than those bitches. I don't think anybody can. I don't know how you bounce back from something like that. Leave the hilariousness to the professionals. And Charlie Sheen's got 19 more shows. Apparently he was in Chicago today. or tonight. Let me know how it goes. I want to know. I want to know what's going on with all these live shows that he does. You know, we all had a lot bigger problems to worry about than Charlie Sheen, you know, with the Japan earthquake and then with the Olivia situation. Charlie Sheen was like knocked down like 600 pegs and now he comes roaring back in with this crap. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to eat nerds first. So, take care, bitches.